Good evening, Board of Trustees, Dr. Azrani, and Cabinet members. This is David Jones, the principal of South Lindhurst High School. Within this presentation, we will discuss the current status of our school, how decisions are made, our current goals, and how we allocate our funds from our SIPSA to support the accomplishment of those goals. South Lyndhurst consists of two campuses. The North Campus is located in Marysville near the district office, and the South Campus is located on the backside of Lyndhurst High School. Both sites serve non-expelled 11th and 12th graders that are either credit deficient or need a smaller or more flexible learning environment to complete their credits towards graduation. We take pride in our ability to connect with our students and guide them through their hardships so they can accomplish their goal of earning their high school diploma and pursuing the post-secondary goals. As mentioned within our mission and vision statement, we become family here at South Lyndhurst, and we aim to develop every student socially and academically. Our students require more attention and more resources than a traditional student because of the trauma and hardships they have endured. Unfortunately, the at-risk student population has grown within our district since the pandemic. It will be that much more important for our district to continue to support our alternative sites with funding, resources, and personnel so we can continue to change the trajectory of student lives in a positive direction. The school-wide learner outcomes shown on this slide provide clarity and strategic focus on every goal that we set, every dollar that we spend, and every program or action that we activate. At our school, we want to develop our students in the areas of academics, character, and transition to prepare students for their post-secondary aspirations. It is important to note that our mission, vision, as well as our school-wide learner outcomes are synchronously linked to our WASC and district LCAP goals. This allows us to be efficient and effective in what we do. In our program, we have a limited amount of time to change students' lives around, so we have to be on point. When developing and improving our site plan for student achievement, or SIPSA, it is important that we work collaboratively with all of our stakeholders. Our elected team of parents, students, and staff create and activate our budgetary school plan as a unified group. Our guiding principles are focused on improving the whole child as stated within our commonly aligned goals that can be seen at the bottom of this slide. Every student is entitled to a fair and equitable education. I believe the shared SIPSA plan that has been developed by our school and by our stakeholders does this. Data shapes conversation and sets the groundwork for decision making. The end goal is to improve in deficient areas and celebrate your successes, and continue doing those things that you excel in. This year's data shows that we have over 290 students enrolled between our two sites at one given time. In actuality, we have served far more than this number of students because we have already graduated 35 students, transitioned some students back to the comprehensive sites, and others have moved out of the area. Each quarter, we take enrollment to maintain our enrollment numbers. We serve a high percentage of low socioeconomic disadvantaged students at 80%, and 25% of our student population are bilingual EL students who are LTELs. These are long-term English learners who have not been reclassified and require ongoing English support. Currently, we have 21 students who are homeless and 5 who are in foster care. We are ethnically diverse in our makeup, with the majority of our students being Hispanic or Latino. South Lyndhurst has increased its number of graduates every year since I have been principal of this program since 2015-16. We have grown our number of graduates from 44 per year to a projected number of 160 graduates this school year. In terms of test scores, we take the state CAS scores with a grain of salt. Because of our transient population and quarterly enrollment in late March from the comprehensive sites, this is not an accurate representation of our students' skill and understanding. This year, we are administering district benchmark and STAR assessments. Both will become more accurate data points for us moving forward. In addition to this data, our school uses survey data with all stakeholders to identify areas of focus. Our site allocation this year is very small. This year, we were allocated $125,409 to run 2 continuation sites. This has forced our staff to be very creative and frugal with our resources to meet the needs of our students. A huge shout out goes to our staff for wearing multiple hats and having a do whatever it takes mentality to meet the needs of these kids. The majority of our site money goes to 2 employees that add great value to our program, but leaves a small amount for other areas such as professional development, materials and supplies, enrichment, and intervention. Again, we ask the district and board acknowledge that our school has small numbers but high need, and in the future do everything in its power to continue to support our program with staff and resources so we can provide layers of opportunity and support to our students now and into the future. Our school is one of the last opportunities for these students to graduate and earn their high school diploma. The other alternative is to be a high school dropout. Now let's get into our goals. There are 5 SIPSA goals in all. They focus on improving academics, creating a positive school culture while supporting students' SEL needs, preparing for college and career, building a support system for our specialized populations, and parent involvement. Goal 1 is about improving academic instruction and supports for students. A small portion of our Title I funds went towards our monitors for our computer lab to run our Edmonton program, and a team of staff to attend the CCEA conference for continuation schools. The majority of our Title I money goes to our student support specialist, Mr. Lamas. Mr. Lamas provides direct student support to all 11th graders academically, and every Wednesday we rent a van for him to re-engage the chronically truant and absent students in all 3 alternative programs. He has conducted over 100 home visits and successfully re-engaged over 65% of those students after one visit, from ABL, North, and South. Thank you, Mr. Lamas, for your hard work. Goal 2 focuses on creating an environment that addresses the physical, emotional, and safety needs of all students and staff. Nearly all of our targeted funds goes towards our assistant principal or student services administrator, Ms. Reyna. Having split sites, Ms. Reyna has allowed us to strengthen relationships with students on campus, create a safe environment on both sites, and foster a sense of belonging through enrichment activities. This year, it has been a focus of ours to build positive school culture through the use of PBIS strategies, on-site clubs, and activities in intramural sports, such as our soccer team that was recently recognized at our last board meeting. Through these positive interactions, our students have bought into our school family and are engaged and motivated to attend school and graduate. A huge shout out goes out to our ORC, Janet Guzman, and ORC at the North Campus, Brianna Abarca, for creating these moments and activities for students. Goal 3 focuses on college and career readiness. The majority of this goal's expenditures come from lottery money that is unrestricted. We have taken students on field trips each quarter. Students attended Yuba College as well as Chico State in the fall. In the spring, we have field trips to the local union and apprenticeship programs to appeal to our vocational students. In addition to field trips, South Lindhurst has one of the best career days around thanks to Ms. Perez, our school counselor at South. North will be hosting its first career day in March, and our counselor Kevin Yang will be organizing that special event. Our students were able to collect valuable information from 25 plus booths, 12 different presentations on that day. Last but certainly not least, our dual enrollment college courses on campus are truly difference makers. It bridges the gap between high school and college, removes barriers for students and families by having it on campus and built into the school day. In the fall, South Lyndhurst offered administrative justice courses as well as fire tech. In the spring, students will take Administrative Justice 19. A huge shout out goes to our wonderful counselors who put in a lot of time and work to support our students' SEL needs as well as college and career transition plans. Goal 4 focuses on support for our specialized populations such as EL learners, foster youth, and low socioeconomic disadvantaged youth. The district has funded an EL facilitator for ABL that provides testing support to all 3 alternative school sites. Thankfully, the district also has paid for our bilingual outreach consultants on both the North and South campuses. This position has morphed into more of a hybrid that provides direct student support to students for their academic needs, as well as support for chronic absenteeism and positive school culture. This staff member also provides a strategic focus to all bilingual learners who have not been reclassified and establishing a strong relationship with their families. This year, both ORCs pushed into the English classroom to prepare students for the LPAC test in February during their designated ELD class period. Our goal is to reclassify at least 20% more students than last year. The one-on-one and small group academic support by the ORCs are contributing factors in reaching our projected goal of 160 graduates this school year. At-risk students require a ton of attention, encouragement, and guidance to meet their goals. Thank you to Ms. Janet and Ms. Brianna for their commitment to our students. Goal 5 is about improving school partnerships between school and home. Our school site was allotted $512, in which we used those funds for materials and supplies to hold community meetings for feedback. We tried to integrate our students' family into specific parts of our program, such as awards assemblies, Student of the Month, board recognition events, and community feedback meetings. It takes a village to support our students, and it makes our job much easier when we have parents working lockstep with us. The payoff is graduation and successful members of our community once they leave us. Our students deserve the best. SLHS students have what a lot of other students do not have, and that is grit. They know what hard is because most of them live it every day, but they don't allow it to define them or defeat them. Students who successfully complete our program are winners who never give up. Once a Knight, you will always be a part of the Knight family. And on behalf of our South Lyndhurst High School family, we would like to thank you for allowing us to share our school and SIPSA plan with you this evening. Thank you and have a great night.